5-0 in 3 of the last 4 days. That's what the NBA betting model has done. My picks are 17-5 to start the year, and in this video, I've got model picks and I have my own personal picks for you. We're also going to research the slate. Do me a favor, if you want more NBA videos, you need to show me and tell me. Like, subscribe, comment down below and say, give me more. This is going to be a short video because I still need to go make the one game pick for every NFL game video right now. So let's go. Sometimes seeing it is better than hearing it. Top 5 moneyline results from the model have been insane. All right, so here's how I'm going to do today's video. I'm just trying some different formats out. Chat, you can let me know what you like as the next week or so goes and I figure out how I want to do these NBA videos. A lot of this depends on what you like and tell me in the comments. So the first thing I'm looking at here is mysparryedge.com, game-by-game view, Magic and Pistons. I see a 225-point total. I like that, and a 1-point spread that usually screams upside. Close game, player props. And the first player I want to look at is going to be Cade Cunningham and his 24.5 points for the Pistons against the Magic. Now, you're looking at this, you're like, well, Donuts, he's only cashed in 1 of 4 games this year. Why would you target this? Listen, these early season charts, the green and the red, they're pretty, they're beautiful, they're sexy, and sexy sells. Every single app, website, heck, even a lot of these sports books and pick'em apps are starting to put them in there. And that should tell you how much they help you. Once the sport books and the pick'em apps started adding last 5 game logs, last 10, whatever, that's when you need to understand that it's the context behind the stats and it's the matchups and things like that. And ultimately, it's the odds, the price you're paying for these picks that matters more than how much green, how much red. Now, in this one matchup today, the Magic are playing very fast this season. Last year, they were slow, they were methodical, they were clunky on offense, and they were tight on defense. Well, one of the reasons why I'm 17-5 for my VIP picks this year is because I focus a lot on early season pace. Yeah, I just gave you a little bit of the recipe and what goes into my sauce. It's why we cashed out on LaMelo Ball over 14.5 rebounds and assists at plus 100 yesterday in what could have looked like a really bad matchup in years past. But it wasn't. In fact, it was one of the best on the slate because Miami, going into yesterday, was the fastest paced team in the NBA through 3 games. The early season pace tells you a lot about what the coach wants to accomplish with their current roster and the rotations. Orlando is the 8th fastest team so far in the NBA, and that's through 4 games now. And their defensive efficiency has plummeted from last season because of it. They are scoring a lot more points, though. It's made some of their games more fun to watch finally, because goodness gracious, it was like watching water drip last year, even with guys like Franz and Paolo. Now they've added Desmond Bane. They still have a deep bench. They're a better team to watch. Interesting team in the East. Cade Cunningham in a pace-up matchup has an opportunity here to pop off. 3 of the 4 starting point guards against them this season have cashed their points prop. Now, I will say, the picks in this video will not end up as my officials. In fact, what I've done is I've taken all of my officials, I posted them in Discord already for my members. Again, 17-5. The models are 5-0, 3 of the last 4 days. Lots of profit, but it all stays premium. What I do on this show, my current construct of this video, is to give you all of my short list plays. These are the ones that didn't make my final 4. I like to keep my officials to 3 to 4. I provide a link that people can click that opens up all the picks into their apps. I try to keep it organized and I want to be easy to tail every day. There's enough volume in Discord across all of the staff channels. Hey, if you get 3 to 5 quality picks from all of us and you add them all up, you're getting a quantity of quality. I'd rather have you get that 15 to 20 picks that way rather than me listing out 10 to 15 and you're getting suboptimal plays. Now, Cade Cunningham would probably be my 5th favorite on the day. However, didn't make my top 4. He ends up here on YouTube. Still think it could help. These are good plays. Next up, let's go over to the Nuggets and the Pelicans. Now, a lot of this has to do with whether or not Zion's going to play, because if he doesn't, I think this could be a runaway game. But the first one I want to go look at is the triple doubles for Nikola Jokic. And you could see this season he's not being as aggressive scoring the orange, and I think that's by design. He knows he has a potential championship team built around him. It's the deepest team he's had in years. They're all finally healthy at the same time, which is bizarre. And I think he wants to make sure his guys get fed. He has the MVP awards. He has the the titles. He has the title MVPs. What does he have left to accomplish other than build the greatest horse farm in the history of the world? That's right, my man loves horses. Jokic is in a really interesting spot today for two categories. Number one, rebounds. Teams against the Pelicans, specifically centers, have had some massive rebounding games. And then there's the fact that every single time the Denver Nuggets win a game and they're at home, you have had Jokic averaging double-digit assists for the last 3 seasons under those filters. Kind of crazy. So yeah, I think you could grab a line like the 9.5 assist on a site like ProfitX at plus 112, but a lot of these sports books are not giving you that price. However, let me take it one step further. So here's his rebounds at 10 plus. Let's look at last season really fast. We'll look at the whole year, and I'm going to type in 10. But bam, and you can see 75% of the games my guy did have double-digit rebounds. Now, we go back to this season. We know the assists are high. We know he has a great chance at getting those assists and wins, especially at home against an inferior opponent like the Pelicans struggling against bigs. Yeah, there's a lot to like there. So it brings me back to his triple-double at plus 128. Again, ProfitX 9.5 assists was very nice looking. Check this out. We'll go to the NBA odds. I'm going to type in Jokic. I'm going to go to the triple-double market. And you could see that is the best price, and that is why the game-by-game view showed you that. Now, you can get this on Underdog and Dabble and other sites, but right here you have a great return on your money. Now, again, this did not make my final list of plays, but we are talking about the several that were right on the bubble. On the bubble. What a good segment. Oh, my goodness. The On the Bubble podcast. Oh, my gosh. It's written. It's actually, I'm just joking. I've done this before. The On the Bubble was a previous segment I did in, I think, last year's NBA videos. Anyways, I guess I'm bringing it back. On the Bubble today, you've got Jokic for a triple-double, Cade Cunningham over 24.5 points. And here's another On the Bubble play. Might be the most uncomfortable play of the day. It's Anthony Davis over 24.5 points on Hard Rock. You could alt it 25 plus. Also, if you're interested, I mean, hey, his rebounds matchup today is phenomenal against the Pacers, who have really struggled. And listen, here's this game log issue again. My favorite out of all of them would be the 36.5 on Hard Rock for points and rebounds. Now, of course, that's the only spot you're able to get it. So the 37.5 would have to be viable for you. There's the PR. Now, what do you see? Red, red, red. But here's what I see. Green, narrowly missed, literally hooked. Tough matchup. Tough matchup against Toronto. Yeah, they've been pretty decent against bigs. And then Wemby here. Of course, he's going to not get as many points and rebounds. He's exerting all that effort on defense to run around with Wemby. And then there's the fact that Wemby was, he's one of the only guys in the NBA taller than Anthony Davis, taking away some of his rebounds. So now we have a patty cake matchup for Anthony Davis against the Pacers. And I'm going to be honest with you. I talked to my staff a lot behind closed doors, was talking to Goal with NHL stuff this morning. I was talking to Opto on text. I'm giving you one of his official picks. It was on the bubble for me, but I know it's one of his, and that'll go to the VIPs before this video is posted. Don't worry. And there you go. He loves Anthony Davis over 36.5 points and rebounds on Hard Rock. However, of course, 37.5 widely available is there as well. The matchup is pristine. His minutes have been great. 32, 38, 35, and 38 minutes. And now he has the best matchup he's had on the year, and he's had 35 plus PR in all 4 games. So 35 plus in all 4, hooked once against the Thunder, tough game, cashed it another with 38, 2 misses at 35, now has a great matchup with all of those minutes and that pretty good production so far. This is a great buy low spot in my opinion, and Opto liked it enough to put it inside his top 5 plays of the day. Now, I'm not done. This video is a lot of fun to make. I love talking about the NBA, and I hope you do too. Again, just like the video. And if you're on cell phone, use that hype button. You can hype the videos on mobile. Some of you can. Subscribe. 7 days a week, I'm here. YouTube videos, live shows, YouTube shorts, NBA, NFL. I try to cover it all. VIP picks, 17-5. Members are eating. Opto's 18-8. Model 5-0, 3 of the last 4 days. Officials are 19-11 off the model this season. 19-11. I know a lot of you out there don't have these types of records. 18-8 Opto, 17-5 me, 19-11 model officials, 5-0 sweeps 3 or 4 days. I mean, you can try to do that on your own, or you can outsource your time and energy to us. VIP link down below. More now. Let's go. Gonna go over to the site. Not gonna show off the betting models. Can't do it. Sorry. We're gonna look at the trends and insights. All right, so currently you're looking at the trends tool. This is the computer format. If you look at it on mobile, it's very slick looking. And this is a really slick way to quickly find plays. Emmanuel quickly over 9.5 rebounds and assists is hitting all 4 games, averaging 11.75. So I'll put him on my short list, open his player card in the background. We'll go look at that in a second. Trey Jones, 19.5 points and assists, cashed in 3 of 3. And you can look back to previous years too if you're always interested. And then here's an interesting one. Zach LaVine, points and assists, 25 plus. Has cashed all 4 games. Number he cashed a lot last season. He's facing the Bulls. So let's look at him too. Let's look at quickly first. He's really always been a guy that essentially just needed time and opportunity, and he's getting that right now. 29 plus minutes in all 4 games. Raptors are going to need him and his athleticism out there against the Rockets. And the rebounds and assists at 9.5 have essentially been free. You know, when you look at last season too, when he had his opportunity towards the end of the season, got a ton of playing time, my man was racking up 10 plus in virtually every single game. So this is not like it's a new occurrence. He's been doing this when he gets his time. This is not a new thing. And I don't know if I like either the assist or the rebounds more than the other. What I do like to see is the fact that he's got some of these games where, like, boop, he could go for 8. Bam, he can go for 8. And then you go to the rebounds, same thing. Bam, 7, 5, even though his line's at 3.5. I don't want a combo market play if the player doesn't have the opportunity to pop off in 2 different categories. Emmanuel quickly needs to be on the short list of plays today. He was on the bubble, did not make my finals, but I do think he's a very good pick. Again, officials down below. How did I find those 2 quick picks? When I just realized I'm not done talking. I got it. I got so much to do in these videos. NBA, I still literally thinking about NFL while I'm doing this video. I got to record and edit this super fast and get to my NFL video. Goodness gracious, so much to do. Zach LaVine on the road against the Bulls. Second leg of a back-to-back. It'll be the first game of the season where they're on a back-to-back, so you never know what could happen. But my guy's healthy, playing 35 plus minutes, and he's facing his former team against the Chicago Bulls in Chi-Town. Now, again, short list, right? You're getting some decent volume here. 24 shots, 18 shots, 24 shots, 13 shots. He's getting to the free throw line, 3, 7, 4, 7. We like seeing that. He's banging down threes. The threes have been really solid this year, 4 plus in 3 straight games. Again, here's the free throw market, 7, 4, 7. You get that on Dabble. I think if you play anything today, it's probably on just the points. The more I think about it, not really worry about assists or anything like that. Just, hey, Zach, go out there, make some buckets. Maybe the 2.5 threes is a really solid angle. Then you don't have to worry about a volume of shots. It could be like this, right? It only takes a dozen shots or so, but he bangs home 3 threes. That's it. I would say right now, for an on-the-bubble play, no vig, minus 142 over 2.5 threes is a very good option. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I leaned heavily on my website, and I did so for a reason. My betting website, myspurious.com, makes things simple for you. It's sports betting simplified, my friends. I use the optimizers, the player cards, the trends tool, my projection models, the game models. I live on that website when it comes to NBA. And then I take all the things I do on the site and I post my VIP picks to the tails.bet link. Grab that if you'd like it. That VIP link's down below. Hopefully you come back, turn your noties on. You'll see me in about an hour with an NFL video as well. Love y'all. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends. Let's get paid.